Hello everybody, this is your guy DJ Kuzmo and you're watching Kuzmo vs. my first taker from this past Friday on a Smackdown, live from Montreal, Quebec, and Canada, the follow from SummerSlam both Night 1 and Night 2 on a jam-packed episode of Friday Night Smackdown. But before I get to my first takeaway, let me mention these two quick brief backstage segments that caught my attention. The first backstage segment that caught my attention was that of Jade Cargill, Kiana James, and of course the champion and Julia. Kiana James is seen giving Jade Cargill a business card with the hopes of Jade Cargill joining her and Julia, but Jade Cargill declined. Could there be a possibility in the near future that Jade Cargill will turn heel and align with Kiana James and the United States champion and Julia? Let's see. My second backstage segment that caught my attention was that of R-Truth and John Cena. If you remember, R-Truth a couple of weeks ago was known as Ron Killings and started beating up people, but now in this segment it seems like R-Truth is back as he's now having a conversation with John Cena. But now let's get to my first takeaway, and that is John Cena opening up the show in Montreal, Quebec, Canada to a massive pop, a loud, unreal, standing ovation as everybody in the crowd were pouring out their love, their support, and adoration to John Cena, knowing that this will be his final appearance in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and this could have lasted for hours on end. But anyway, as the crowd begins to settle down, John Cena says that how in years prior, WWE was afraid of coming to Montreal, knowing that the crowd could get very rowdy and they could possibly hijack the show. But John Cena always believed that the crowd was the show. And then he says that he was afraid. He's afraid of what the future will be when he leaves WWE and the fans will forget him, but the crowd says no. Then John Cena switches his attention to Brock Lesnar after the events that transpired from SummerSlam Night 2 when Brock Lesnar made his surprise appearance and delivered an F5 to John Cena. John Cena says that he has past history with Brock Lesnar and he is afraid of Brock Lesnar. But he's afraid that Brock Lesnar has a John Cena problem. And he always says this, that if Brock Lesnar wants some and the crowd finishes the line and says, "Come get some," there's a possibility that we may have a John Cena versus Brock Lesnar match down the road. But then all of a sudden, we get the appearance of none other than Logan Paul. Logan Paul says that how he does not respect John Cena anymore because he does not know what version of John Cena this is. However, he did quote John Cena saying a couple of months ago that how Logan Paul does WWE better than any professional wrestler in WWE, including John Cena himself. John Cena admits that, but he also admits that how Logan Paul is the biggest dumbass that he's ever seen in his entire life. Logan Paul counters that by saying that how John Cena is a charity case, always giving out matches, and that he wants a match against John Cena in a French-speaking country in the middle of France. Hint, hint, at Clash in Paris. But then to close off this segment, we get the appearance of Drew McIntyre as he comes from behind and attacks John Cena. Then we have a 2-on-1 beatdown of Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre as they beat down on John Cena. But then all of a sudden, here comes Cody Rhodes for the save to help out John Cena as he sends Drew McIntyre outside of the ring and John Cena tosses Logan Paul over the top rope. We then get John Cena to accept the challenge that he will face Logan Paul at Clash in Paris. And then of course, we now have a tag team match as it now will be Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul versus John Cena and Cody Rhodes in the main event on the special episode of Friday Night Smack.